Which one first?
Ramadan.
Ramadan?
Yeah.
A special month. George can't wait for tomorrow when the month of Ramadan will start.
Hey! Come.
Hmm.
Come. Daddy, to me. Mom, wait it. A little monkey.
A little monkey, that's George.
What?
That's George.
Oh, the doors.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
It's a special time of year for his friends, and George is going to take part. George and Kareem are so busy helping to cook and bake sweets. With a good little monkey joining in, soon there's a big pile of treats. Kareem is going to try fasting, a day without food or drinks. George is curious. Can Kareem do it? He'll need some help, George thinks. The day of fasting. George is asleep in his bed when Kareem's alarm starts to beep. Kareem wakes up for an early meal, though the sun is still fast asleep. Later, when it's lunchtime, Kareem reaches for a piece of bread. Wait, no food until sundown. George keeps him busy instead. What is that sound George is hearing? It's a rumbling from Kareem's tummy. George drags him away from the kitchen. Whatever is cooking smells yummy. Waiting for sunset. This is Ramadan.
Yeah.
That's the pillar of Islam. We do not eat and drink all day until the sun goes away. So now they're waiting for the sun to go away so they can eat. Everyone gathers together as the sun begins to set. The minutes tick by slowly. It isn't dark enough yet. Finally, it's time to break fast. Kareem snacks on a sweet date. Then Kareem takes a big gulp of milk, and George loads more treats on his plate. That's Kareem. I did it, George! Cheers Kareem. George nods. He's glad to be there. The room is filled with happiness and the peaceful sounds of prayer. It's dinner time. Now it is dinner time. The spread on the table looks great with something special for everyone. This meal was well worth the wait. Look at all the great choices. Kebabs, curry, veggies and rice. George spots a big pizza and takes a hot, cheesy slice.
Two doors.
One over here, one over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now that the meal is over, the best treat has been saved for last. Chocolate dipped bananas to celebrate Kareem's first fast. Sharing with others. Kareem invites George to the mosque. They gather to do a good deed. Together they make food baskets.
Which one, Kareem?
Kareem over here and over here. Share with
And he
others
has
in need.
shoes.
And he has shoes. George took all the shoes. Wow, look at George joining the action. He knows how to lend a hand. And then he spies a shelf full of shoes, and George comes up with a plan. No, George, the Imam says with a laugh. Those shoes belong to us here. But you gave me a great idea. We'll add a clothes drive next year. Eid, an Eid celebration. After Ramadan, we celebrate a day. It's called a happy day. It's called Eid. And
What? I never seen that.
That's when you say Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Eid Mubarak.
Happy Eid. The holiday is here. The mosque is busy and loud. Everyone is dressed in their finest. What a good looking crowd. George greets Kareem with a hug. and spends the day with his friend. After hours of feasting and fun, they are sad. I even has to bed. But soon it's time to go home, and the moon returns to the skies. George thinks of his first Ramadan and smiles as he closes his eyes. The end.
My buffalo.
The Gruffalo, from the creators of Room on the Broom. A mouse took a stroll through the deep dark wood. A fox saw the mouse and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have lunch in my underground house. It's terrible kind of you, fox, but no. I'm going to have lunch with a Ruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo, why didn't you know? He has terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. Where are you meeting him? Here, by these rocks. And his favorite food is roasted fox. Roasted fox? Oh my, Fox said. Goodbye, little mouse. And away he sped. Silly old fox, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a gruffalo? On went the mouse through the deep dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Join me for tea in my treetop house. It's frightfully nice of you, owl, but no, I'm going to have tea with a gruffalo. A gruffalo? What's a gruffalo? A gruffalo, why, you didn't know? He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose.
Tusk.
Tusks, yeah? Where are
He's
you
tucked
meeting
like a
him?
man.
Yeah?
He
Here
looks
by...
like a mouse.
He looks like a what?
Buffaloes look like a mouse.
Mm-hmm. He does. Here by the stream. And
He's so
favorite...
brown.
He is very brown.
And the mouse is white brown.
White brown. It's called a beige.
What?
Beige.
Beige?
Mm-hmm.
Beige color?
Beige color.
Oh.
Where are you meeting him? Here by the stream. And his favorite food is owl ice cream. Owl ice cream? Too wheat, too woo. Goodbye, little mouse. And away owl flew. Silly old owl, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a gruffalo? On went the mouse through the deep dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house. It's wonderfully good of you, snake, but no, I'm having a feast with the gruffalo. A gruffalo? What's a gruffalo? A gruffalo? Why, you didn't know? His eyes are orange, his tongue is black, he has purple prickles all over his back. Where are you meeting him? Here by this lake. And his favorite food is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake? It's time I hid. Goodbye, little mouse. And away snake hid. Slid. Silly old snake, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a gruff? Who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. His eyes are orange, his tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Oh, help! Oh, no! It's a gruffalo. My favorite food, the gruffalo said. You'll taste good on a slice of bread. Good? Said the mouse. Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this deep dark wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see everyone is afraid of me. Oh, sure, said the gruffalo, bursting with laughter. You lead the way and I'll follow after. They walked and walked till the gruffalo said, I hear a hiss in the grass ahead. It's Snake, said the mouse. Why, Snake, hello. Snake took one look at the gruffalo. Oh dear, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And he slid right into his log pile house. You see, the mouse said, I told you so. Amazing, said the gruffalo. They walked some more till the gruffalo said, I hear a hoot in the trees ahead. It's Owl, said the mouse. Why, Owl, hello. The owl took one look at the gruffalo. Boo, boo, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And he flew right up to his treetop house. You see, the mouse said, I told you so. Astounding, said the gruffalo. They walked some more till the gruffalo said, I hear some paws on the street ahead. It's Fox, said the mouse. Why, Fox, hello. The fox took one look at the gruffalo.
The gruffalo's thinking.
Gruffalo is thinking.
What is thinking?
He's thinking that why is everybody scared of the mouse? But everybody's not scared of the mouse. Everybody's scared of Gruffalo. So Gruffalo is thinking about it. Oh,
right.
help, he said. Goodbye, little mouse.
What's that out?
The fox.
Oh.
Because he ran away. And ran right into his underground house. The mouse said, Gruffalo, now you see, everyone is afraid of me. But now my tummy is starting to rumble.
Who?
The mouse.
The gruffalo?
Not the Gruffalo, the mouse is saying. But now my tummy is starting to
Who?
rumble. The mouse.
Who?
But now my tummy is starting to rumble. And my favorite food is Gruffalo crumble. Gruffalo crumble? The Gruffalo said. And quick as the wind, he turned and fled. All was quiet in the deep dark wood. The mouse found a nut, and the nut
Where did
was
Gruffalo
good.
go?
The Gruffalo ran.
Where?
He ran away into the jungle.
Where he went?
Into the jungle.
What he went to do?
He went to jungle because he was scared that the mouse was going to eat him.
Oh, why he? But he was living in the jungle.
He lives in the jungle.
What? What he was doing in the jungle?
He lives in the jungle. He sleeps there. He climbs on the trees, and he eats food, and he swims in the water.
Why he swim in the water?
You have to swim in the water. You can't swim in the air. You can't swim on the tree. You have to get in the water to swim. Where do you swim?
I swim in my crib.
You swim in your crib?
Yeah.
Show me how. Okay. We need to buy the other ones, the gruffalo, this one, and we need to buy the gruffalo's child. The gruffalo had a baby gruffalo. Hmm. What's your favorite
I want
story
another
that
one
comes
back.
to life?
Did I want another one? I wanted to read one more book. And I wanted to read one more book.
Which one?
That red one? That one with the with we can dance? That one with the three man and that one? Daddy, take me out.
No, you tell me which one.
Daddy, look, these ones. That.
This one?
Yeah, first that one.
No, one book.
And that
No,
one too.
one book.
No, that one too, Daddy.
Which one?
That one too.
Which one?
That.
This one?
Yeah, that one too. Don't put that one. You know read it?
Lay down. First, this one. The story of country. Deep in America's heartland, country music made its name. Hank Williams was the first bright star in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Patsy Cline, she drove us crazy. Her songs were strings of pearls. She shook up the country music and kicked down doors for girls. Tommy Wynette stood by her man. She sang of loss and loyalty. When she and George Jones sang duets, they were country royalty. Merle Haggard had such a swagger. He was a bad boy through and through. He knew how to push the limits, but he always stayed so true. Charlie Pride had hits for sure. 29 songs at #1. He's still out there performing. He's nowhere close to done. Loretta Lynn was tough enough to rule the country scene. This coal miner's daughter was a real-life country queen. Move your feet. I'm not gonna ask you again. They called George Strait the cowboy. Texas King, he raised the bar. He's Garth Brooks' inspiration. That's another superstar. There's no one like Johnny Cash. Only he has walked that line. His voice is unmistakable. His star will always shine.
Guitar, Dad.
That's Johnny Cash.
Oh.
Dolly Parton is a legend. From her music to her hair.
Right.
From Hollywood to Dollywood, she sparkles everywhere.
Red guitar, red black.
Still touring in his 80s, Willie Nelson broke the mold. He's got that something special that unites fans, young and old. Shania Twain is a household name. These days she's still the one. Carrie Underwood's our idol, and her shows are always fun. These country stars all fly the flag. Their music makes us proud, and they inspire young hopefuls to sing their dreams out loud. The end.
Now that's another.
This is the story of rock. There's an old song that says, blues music has a soul. Then the blues had a baby, and they named it rock and roll. Chuck Berry came along with the guitar and made it sing. Then Elvis Presley shook things up, and the people crowned him king. Bob Dylan gave us poetry, the Rolling Stones brought style, and then with the Beatlemania, rock made the world go wild. In the long summer of love, Janis Joplin's voice rang loud. The Who smashed their instruments. The Dead jammed for the crowd. In '69 at Woodstock, hippies gather all around. Hendrix wailed on his guitar. It was such an awesome sound. Aerosmith dreamed on while Zeppelin played full blast. The Ramones played punk rock really, really fast. AC/DC wore school uniforms while playing Back in Black. Scaramucci sang Queen as they brought Oprah back. David Bowie sang Let's Dance. Oh, the man knew how to dress. Tina Turner ruled the 80s. Her voice was simply the best. 80s rock had big screams and even bigger hair. Slash couldn't see his guitar. Bon Jovi was living on a prayer. Pearl Jam and Nirvana rocked with the lights out. In Seattle, grunge was born. Then ska fused the rock, no doubt. Weezer dressed like Buddy Holly and their cruisers wore a ball. And who knew the white stripes weren't brother and sister after all? Now some people say that the rock is dead. Most greats are in the sky. But the real truth is, rock and roll will never, ever die. Yeah. What are we gonna do now?
Read one book.
No. Try again. What are we gonna do now?
When I read two more books.
No. Try again. What are we gonna do now?
When
It starts with the letter S.
When I read.
No. It starts
When I
with the
read
letter
10
sleep. Okay. Let's go to sleep.
No, I'm not sleeping.